welcome back. It's Christine again with the Artist Pod, and today we'll be talking about how to sketch a bearded Reedling. As always, I'm using a Wacom Intuos Pro tablet, and I'm drawing straight into Photoshop. So, let's get arting. Alright, so I've already started the canvas, as you can see. As usual, it is 15 by 18 inches, 300 pixels per inch. And I'm going to use the brush, the hard round brush set to pin pressure, because I use the Wacom Intuos Pro tablet, so I let the pin pressure dictate the brush size, and it's set to a size of 15. So we're going to draw the bearded Reedlings. I saw it going around that they're the roundest birds. If you Google roundest birds, they might show up. So they are pretty round. So we're actually just going to start with a circle. And it doesn't have to be a perfectly straight circle, right? It's a animal, so no need for this to be a perfectly straight circle, but this is the body here. Right, so we have this nice little circle, and as we get up here, we're going to do almost a semicircle, right, where we have a little bit of a head coming up. Okay, and so that's the basic body shape. Now, this is where things get tricky, right? So if I imagine this circle finishing out, the eyes are going to be in the middle of this little circle, not the big circle, right? So if this kind of would circle out here, then this would be the center, and that would be the eyes, right? So our eyes are just kind of circular. We might readjust this, especially because I don't have them at all in any sort of even capacity, right? So if we come down here and then come across here, that's where the eyes need to be. Okay, so middle of this would be like way down here. Yeah. Now they're pretty close together. Maybe I should draw the beak first, right? So the beak kind of will come around and then has like a little dip, and then we're gonna pull it back so it meets just kind of here in the middle, hopefully lined up the same way on both sides. Right. And then you're gonna have like a little swoop up of black. There's like this black, oh, hold on. It's black lines by their eyes. So we're gonna bring this out and then up a little bit. It's almost creating like a little triangle. And then we're gonna have their eyes. Oh, better than that. Roughly the same size. Right. So I put these on a different layer so I didn't actually have to erase them. Oh, but I do have kind of the head. Oh, I guess I can erase that too. It's not really there. Not really there. Right, they just, these round little guys. And then, like I mentioned, they have this black, so the black kind of swoops up and down, so you have kind of this black that comes down and comes back up, and black that comes down. Oops. And kind of comes back up. I think I'm going to make the eyes a little bit bigger, and probably the beak as well. On both sides. It's a good placement for the pupils, but it's not what it's intended to be, so we'll erase it. I'm going to change the angle of this guy. It's a little too... make them bigger too, because they're pretty prominent, the black that comes down. And then maybe make the beak Still kind of meeting in that midpoint. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to make some adjustments to the body as well. I mean, it's still going to be rounded, but we can have it cut off just a little bit underneath so it's not fully rounded down. So it likely wouldn't be. Oh, right, I forgot. Working on a couple different layers here. Now, you could probably leave it like this. Or add the feet. And whether you have the feet out to the side, they seem to do that a lot, where they're grabbing reeds, which I think is hilarious. That was a little too of a straight edge. Or have them straight down. I think you could do either. I'm still debating on what I want to do. First, I'm going to get some markings for the coloration in, right? So they have kind of this brown, this like really light brown, all the way around the edge till you kind of get underneath. And then there's almost like a, I don't know, a light gray up in here, up on the forehead, and that kind of comes down into the beak, and then the rest of it's white. So pretty straightforward as far as the coloration goes. And I kind of feel like I want the legs off to the side. And bird legs are weird. It's gonna look weird, but they really do sit like this, which is hilarious. Right, so we're gonna have one foot coming up, and then the claw extending out, and the middle foot, which is gonna be always longer, kind of has a bulge and then cuts back in, also with its little like talon, and then the last one before it goes back into the chicken leg with its little talon. We'll do the other one at roughly the same height. Hopefully it looks good when it's fully like shadowed and highlighted, right? Talon coming some kind of way. Middle one always longer. I've put myself in a little bit of a corner here. And I think I made this side maybe a little longer than the other, so I'm going to shorten that out a bit. Talon, middle one coming up, and then the bottom as it goes back in, talon, talon. Yeah. So there's the sketch of it. Might thin it out a little bit, but they are surprisingly round. Just debating. Because I could easily take just a smidge off. All the way around. Without undoing what I just drew. Just tightening it up a little, basically. this on, was it 3? Yeah. Yeah. Somehow that's not catching. Okay. Now I just need to push the rest of the way in. And there we go. Now if we do this, we could also add a tail, right? Because he's hanging there. Actually, that might be cute. I'm actually just going to copy my layers though, just in case I decide I don't like something I'm about to do, because I'm going to merge them all down. That's easy to do, right? Just go to layer, merge down. Okay. And then we're going to drag it up, since we're going to add the tail. Once again, you know, super easy. Just going to have basically a little tail coming down. Several feathers. Because if they're up, balancing on the side, you probably would see a tail if I put the feet underneath and had them standing. You might not, because they're round enough. I'm going to make the tail a little smaller. I'm going to have that cut maybe right here. And then cut out all this extra. Doesn't need to be so big and grand. Yeah. We got the good, you know, brown and yeah. Alright, so that's how you sketch a bearded Reedling. I hope that was helpful. In the floating nether next to me, I have other videos of art tutorials I have done, and I will see you all soon. Thank you so much. Take care.